All right, looks like everybody is connected. So we are going to open Norton Conservation Commission meeting for Monday, July 26th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. And as with all of our remote participation meetings, we need to read our preamble, which I will begin now. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Paragraph 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Norton Conservation Commission will be conducted by a remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right and or requirement to attend this meeting can be found at the end of this agenda. Members of the public attending this public hearing / meeting virtually will be allowed to make comments if they wish to do so during the portion of the hearing designated for public comment by raising their hand virtually or pressing *6 if participating by phone. We will go over at the appropriate time the procedure for raising your hand with regard to which version of Zoom you have. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so despite best efforts, we will post on Norton Cable website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. We're just going to review the Conservation Commission members present. I am the chair, Julian Kadish. Our vice chair is Lisa Carosa. We also have Ron O'Reilly, Dan Pearson, Dan Doyle, and Carrie Schneider present. Our first item on the agenda is a notice of intent 250. We do not have a file number as of yet, but it's for Claire Lynch on Plain Street. Proposed project is to construct a driveway within 200 feet of a perennial stream. And I assume have a representative of the applicant.
Yes, I'm Greg Drake from OPAC Engineering, representing them. And if you'd like, I can share the drawing.
Yeah, so you are going to be made a co-host. All right, which one of you is going to make him a co-host?
I'm looking for that option.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's making him a co-host, but allowing him to share screen. That's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, it's not coming up as an option.
Well, let's see. Oh, I have a share screen button.
Oh.
I'm going to push that. It's on the bottom.
That's to share your own screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But if you, Julian, if you go to participants and go to Greg Drake, if you click on more, does allow share screen come up?
Oh, I pressed participant. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see what happened. Drake, more. Okay. No.
You guys have copies of the drawings?
Yeah, but the public needs to see them.
Yeah.
So Greg, if you go to your bottom of the screen, do you have a share screen button?
Yes, and I push on it, and it says host disabled, participant screen sharing. It won't let me show what I got on my screen. I'm not sure how.
Allow record. Rename, stop. Well, this is a, how about if let's see if I press the invite button. No, that doesn't do it. Well, this is odd. Well, I'm going to press my share screen and see what happens.
But I think you
So
have to have the plans.
Yeah, I do. What
No,
is?
I mean electronically.
What is the address? This is Plain Street.
Yeah,
Well,
Plain Street.
I do have a plan. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's not going to do it. Oh, okay.
You started sharing.
There it is.
There it
All right.
is. Oh, there it is.
And I may be a little too
You might have to
expensive.
reduce it a little bit.
Yeah. So, yep. All right. So our area of interest is, I believe, this
Yes.
area as it comes off Plain Street. So if you can just direct me as to which part of the plan you want to describe first. Do you have an existing driveway?
Yep, that's the whole area that we need. That's perfect. So,
And as I understand it, we have a riverfront area with the 100-foot and the 200-foot riverfront with also a 100-foot of the wetland border, which seems to be outside of the activity. I mean, inside of the activity.
correct. So basically, the client is proposing a new driveway to get to a future development that's farther inland and on the piece of property. And the first 9 feet shown here is within the riverfront, the outer riparian zone of riverfront. And basically where,
This area.
and that's about 1,700 square feet, which is 10%, which is typically allowed within the riverfront area. So this is what we're proposing. The current owner didn't realize that they were in a riverfront area, so they went out and the reason we have this other area that we're going to disturbance is he put the drive directly hooking up to Plain Street. There's a gravel drive existing out there now, and basically we're putting the drive back towards coming off his original drive, not going all the way to Plain Street, so we have less disturbance, and then we'll restore that back to lawn, which it was before. And so our plan basically has the less disturbance within the riverfront, and we're going to need to bring utilities in before we restore that area. We'll need to bring utilities in. I've shown the water, but I neglected to show the gas that would come in, and that would be about 10 feet, approximately 10 feet away from the water, and would run up the other side of the driveway, basically. And now it's open for questions.
All right. So any questions from commission members?
Mr. Drake was, I understand that there were some information that needed to be included in the plan that wasn't previously included. The clearing in the river, something having to do with the degraded riverfront area and the new riverfront area.
Yeah, that's the area that you see hatched there. It says area of disturbance by the current owner to be restored back to lawn, which it was before. That's the area that he thought that was going to be a Actually, I think Jennifer put together some pictures. I don't know if you guys have them that shows what it looks like now. And he had no idea that he was in the riverfront. And he started to get the driveway ready because he's selling the property to our applicant. And he's got it in gravel already. So basically, we're restoring it after we get the water line and gas line in, and putting the driveway, only disturbing the amount that's allowed, because it's 17,000 square feet of riverfront area, and we're only going to disturb 1,700 with this proposal.
Okay.
That's 10%.
My main concern is that it's on the plan, and I can see that apparently it is. So that's thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, other questions from members of the commission?
So,
And if not,
can we assume that you're gonna update the plan to show the gas line?
Yes, I will do that. We will do that.
Okay, and then do you have, you calling out for any type of split rail fence or anything around that area that's gonna be restored so that it's not disturbed again?
I don't have anything in there, but that can be something that.
Well, we'll put it this way, it's going to be a new, I assume it's gonna be a new owner, correct, that's building
Yes.
future residential, like duplex. So I would rather have that put in now, because this is our only chance to, make sure that area is not disturbed again. Because that person won't need a notice of intent, correct? Because they're outside of jurisdiction?
For the duplex when it goes, yeah, that's all on that one, yeah.
Okay. So I would ask you to put something there that says, maybe put some posts up with, not necessarily conservation land, but you should probably put a split rail fence up so nobody gets an idea to disturb that again or dump in that area.
yeah, potentially that could be along this border and kind of gradually morph
Right.
into the
Into the tree line. Yep.
Yes, the tree line kind of prevents disturbing it too much, but there is that small area which is in the riverfront, which would be preferable to not be grass. That's this. In other words, just let it revert, and a barrier could be placed here,
Yeah.
And then morph with the tree line. Is that something your applicant would consider?
I believe so.
All right. Well,
When she's on, she can, she may be here. If not, certainly we can bring it back to her and have her comment on.
yeah. Let me open up the participants list again, if I
I
can.
think Claire is there, so you could ask her. Direct.
Let me get rid of this. Sorry. See if I can bring them up.
We're just talking and posting reference to,
Yeah, I see Claire Lynch is on, and so I don't know if she needs to comment, but I'm assuming she heard the proposal. So so we're gonna stop sharing at this point and go back to our, if I can. I don't necessarily know how to do that.
Julian, if you look at the top of your screen, you might have a red stop sharing button.
I do. Okay. All right, there we go. So I think unless there are either questions from other members of the audience, I don't see any hands up, and I'll just review briefly. The procedure for hands up depends on your version of Zoom. On my particular version, it's on the reactions button, and there's a bar at the bottom of that. Raise your hand. In some versions, it's in the participants list. So I don't see any hands up. It's my understanding that we.
Julian,
Oh, it looks like Claire.
Claire Lynch raised her hand.
Yeah.
I just
wanted to let you know that I am here. I don't know why my picture wasn't there, but that split rail fence sounds like a fine idea that we could handle okay to go
Yeah.
along there.
It just ensures that it stays out of the riverfront area, which is the area of significant environmental and wildlife concern. So, and it does not look like it will make it more difficult for you to utilize your property.
Right. Thank you.
So unless there are further questions, we're stuck. We cannot close because we are lacking a DEP number. The assumption is we will leave that number between now and the next meeting, which is the 16th of August. So it really won't slow things down. We will likely put together an order of conditions between now and then, so we'll be able to close the hearing and issue the order of conditions at that time. So if you're willing, we will continue this hearing until August 16th.
Mr. Chairman, if I could just reiterate what they owe us on the final plan.
Certainly.
I also think Jennifer hasn't inspected this yet. According to her notes, it says to be inspected.
Yeah, and that may wind up being one of us. We'll have to consult with Jennifer with regard to exactly who does a look-see.
Okay. So
She did send some pictures, so I don't know if that's the inspection or.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was confused by that because I did see the pictures, so.
Okay, well, whatever, if you guys need to go out again, that's fine.
Well,
Okay.
it really doesn't look complicated. I mean, we can even inspect it from the road, so, because it's not very far into the.
Okay, so, show the gas line, proposed gas line, split rail fence location. We're waiting for DEP file number and potential inspection.
All right, so Greg, you got that, and if you're all set, we can consider a motion to continue this hearing until August 16th.
I'll make that motion to continue the hearing for the file without number to August 16th.
All right, motion made by Dan Pearson and seconded by?
Second.
Ron. So as always, we have to do a roll call vote, and we start with Dan Doyle and Dan Pearson,
Aye.
and then Lisa and Carrie,
Aye.
Aye.
and who am I missing here?
Ron.
Ron, yes, Ron. Up there in the corner, and I'll throw in an aye. So motion carries, and this hearing will be continued till August 16th, at which time we expect to have all the information we need to close it out and issue the order. So thank you, Greg, and Claire for attending. And we will now go on. You're welcome. Go on to item B, which is request for determination of applicability, determination 1112 for Rachel McCann, 28 Eddy Street. And do we have an applicant, a representative of that?
Yeah.
Leave me.
Up here. Well, we're going to start by seeing if we can share the plan. I think I do have a plan on my computer for that as well. Not showing up. Let me go back to.
Is the applicant on or a representative?
I don't see that. Unfortunately, the only thing I have is a series of pictures. I thought I had a plan as well, but let me see if I can bring up what was sent to me.
But I don't think
Well,
they're online, so we might have to
I
table
can
this.
bring up the URL. I don't know if I can.
So they might not even be here, Julian, so we might
Yeah, I don't,
table it to later.
for some reason, I don't think anybody's on.
I don't see that. All right, and my efforts to bring up the plan is just giving me that site can't be reached.
So I think we should open it and just automatically continue it.
All right. Okay. And so I'm going to unshare.
While Julian is doing that, who seconded my motion to continue?
I believe it was Ron.
Yes.
Ron, okay, thank you.
All right, so since we do not appear to have a representative of the applicant,
I think Julian just vaporized.
Oh, no. All right, let's give him a minute.
This is all fine with me. It's helping me do the minutes, so.
So did Julian didn't open the hearing yet, did he?
I don't believe he did, no.
Okay. So I guess while
I
we wait,
suppose we could do that. We could, yeah.
yeah. So there's a request for determination of applicability, DET file number 1112 for Rachel McCann, 28 Eddy Street, map 33, parcel 50. Proposed driveway is to construct, no, proposed project is to construct an in-law apartment garage, expand the existing driveway, porch, and grading within 100 feet of a wetland containing a vernal pool. So it doesn't appear to be a representative of the applicant nor the applicant online, so I would entertain a motion to continue this public hearing until the 8/16 public meeting.
Madam Chairman, I'll make a motion to continue DET 1112 to the August 6th meeting.
Second.
Okay, motion by Dan, second.
I seconded. Dan Doyle.
Okay, roll call vote. Dan and Dan,
Aye.
Carrie and Ron,
Aye.
I'll throw in an aye. Motion carries. Oh, the next one we can probably do as well, that's a continuation. So there's a notice of intent for 250-1077 for Ferrari Pools, 14 John Scott Boulevard. They requested a continuance this afternoon.
I will make a motion, Chairman, to continue file 250-1077 to August 16th meeting.
Okay.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Second.
Dan Doyle.
Thanks, Ron.
I think it was me. Dan
Oh.
Doyle.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Okay, roll call vote, Dan and Dan,
Aye.
Carrie and Ron,
Aye.
I'll throw an aye. So motion carries to continue public hearing for 1077 to 8/16. Let's see, the next one is Notice of intent, file 250-1078 for Jamie Smith, AZ Corporation, Wheaton College, 26 East Main Street, continued from the 7/12/21 meeting. Okay, let's see. Let's change the file number. Okay, so it looks like we were waiting for a DEP file number, which we received 1078. Proof of payment of legal notice before closing. I don't know if anybody has that. Oh, Julian, we're on letter D.
Yeah, this is the definition of your internet is unstable. Okay.
So let's see, items B and C were both continued to 8/16.
Excellent.
Oh, jeez, sorry.
And so it looks like item D, it doesn't require a lot of discussion.
So we're on D, but I just don't know if the legal notice was paid. I don't think Jen sent any.
Oh, preview. Well,
Is there anybody on the line that's the representing the applicant or the college that can give us any information on payment for the legal notice?
Hi, Lisa. This is Craig Kilburn from Wheaton. I was under the impression that that has been paid. I don't have confirmation from it right at the moment, just because I'm not in my office. But the continuation from the last meeting, I thought we were all set, and the only thing we needed was the file number.
Right, file number and proof of payment. Those are the only two things.
Yeah, I was told that the proof of payment was all set, but I have no control over that from my backyard, so.
Okay.
yeah, and I'm going to say that I think we're safe to say that Wheaton, it's good for it. So I think we'll try to, excuse me, we will pursue that if there's really an issue. And so I feel comfortable closing it. And
we know where to find you.
Go ahead and
Thank you. I appreciate it. This project has been delayed enough. I mean.
good point.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to.
All right, so
I was just making a
go
motion.
ahead.
Make a motion to close the public hearing on 250-1078.
Second.
All right, a motion made by Dan Pearson and seconded by Ron. So again, roll call vote. We'll start with Dan Doyle and Ron.
Aye. Aye.
And then we have myself and Dan Pearson, I'll throw in an aye, and
Aye.
Dan threw in an aye.
Yep.
Elisa and Carrie.
Aye. Aye.
All right, so the motion carries. The notice of intent for file number 250-1078. The hearing is closed. We will look at the order of conditions later and likely issue them. So our next item is a notice of intent file number 250-1070, White Oak Share Corporation concerning 0 Rear Eddy Street. It appears that there is a request for continuation.
So I'll make
we
a
can
motion.
Consider, we don't have a representative for that. Okay?
I'll make a motion to continue the public hearing.
We'll continue to August 16th.
Second.
Okay, a motion made by Lisa, seconded by Dan Pearson to continue file number 250-1070 until August 16th. Roll call vote again. We have Dan Doyle and Ron starting off. Aye.
Question,
And then myself throws in an aye. Dan Pearson.
question.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I missed it, but do we know that the applicant wanted a continuance to the 16th rather than the 30th? I have a note that says that they might have wanted a continuance to the 30th, but I don't want to, if nobody else has that information, then,
Was it in an email, Dan?
well, it was in a sort of, I was given a template on how to do the minutes. And this one, there happened to be a note underneath number E, or item E, that the applicant requested a continuance to August 30. So,
Yeah.
It's in Jen's email to us too. I just confirmed, it's in Jen's email to us that they wanted a continuance to the 30th.
to the 30th.
Yes, you're right, Dan.
So, Mr. Chairman, can I retract my motion? If I made I forget whether I made the motion, but if I did, retract it. No, Lisa made it.
I'll retract it, Dan.
Okay.
We can certainly revise it. With that new information, we can entertain a new motion for the file number 250-1070 to be continued to August 30th. Is that okay, Lisa?
Yes.
All right. Oh, was that a Dan? Well,
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
So moved and seconded by,
Second. Me, Dan Pearson.
I think too many things happened. You seconded, all right. So motion made by Dan Doyle and seconded by Dan Pearson.
Okay.
Roll call vote, starting with Dan Doyle and Ron. How do you vote?
Aye.
And I'll throw in an aye, and Dan Pearson. And then Lisa and Carrie.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, the a motion for continuing 250-1070 carries. So if there's a note that there's an order of conditions prepared, I didn't see that. Oh, I see it in the back. Let's see, is that the correct one? Yes. So I think at this point we can consider the order of conditions for file number 250-1078 for the Wheaton College project we were just talking about. Do we have any questions about what was submitted on that?
Well, there's a very minor thing. You might, oh boy. Hang on. On number 6, you might put a colon after project so that we know that, so that we're sure there were 2 hearings rather than 4. Like I said, it's a very minor thing.
Note to public hearings for the project. Or even a comma would throw in there. Okay. But it doesn't change the meaning. So considering our circumstance, we may not get to that. But any other questions? It looks to be a pretty straightforward
I'll make a motion to approve the draft order conditions for file 250-1078.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion made by Lisa and seconded by Carrie to approve the order of conditions for file number 250-1078 with the modification that was entered. So again, a roll call vote. We'll start with Dan Doyle and Ron,
Aye. Aye.
and then Dan Pearson and Lisa,
Aye.
and Carrie,
Aye.
and I'll throw in an aye as well. So the motion carries to issue the modified order of conditions. Our next item on the agenda have a request for a full certificate of compliance for DEP number, file number 250-967 for Flavor Fajita, 14 John Scott Boulevard, concerning construction of a single-family home within 100 feet of a wetland.
So Julian, this one's tied to 1077, which was continued. So I think we can just table this.
Okay,
Because they owed us information to close out the lot when the lot was constructed. 1077 is to add the pool.
okay. All right, so I don't think we need a motion on this, so we can just table it.
It's just no action, basically. We took no action.
All right, now we have a set of draft minutes for July 12th. Definitely might need your reading glasses for the print, at least my copy is small print. But I didn't find anything. We have Dan Doyle and Carrie absent on this particular meeting, but we still have 4 of us that were there that can vote on this.
Julian, was that in the package? Oh, wait, I see it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay. I read it. I got it.
but it's, I didn't find anything that I would change.
No.
or correct.
Nope, I didn't either. So I'll make a motion to approve the draft meeting minutes for Monday, July 12th, 2021.
Motion made by Lisa and seconded by
I'll second.
Dan Pearson. So, Dan Doyle and Ron, I think you, oh no, wait, Dan Doyle was absent, so abstention, and then Ron?
Aye.
Dan Pearson,
Aye.
and I'll throw in an aye, and then Lisa,
Aye.
and I think Carrie will abstain.
Yes, thank you.
And our next, so we don't really have anything specific for old business.
There's also the executive session minutes. 6/28/21.
Yes.
That's not in there. Let's see if I can find where the,
Okay, all right, well, maybe I,
well, hang on, oh yes, I do have it. I do have it. So, no, that's our agenda for tonight's executive session. Let's
No,
see.
there's another set, Julian.
There is another minute
draft
in there.
written on them.
maybe we already passed them. I don't know.
Oh,
It's a draft.
Yeah, they're in
It's
there.
in the package this week.
It's only a 2-pager. Or, well, 4 pages, but
Okay, so where was this included? It was a separate,
It should be like right before or behind the other minute. It's stapled, like 2 pages stapled together.
I found them. Okay. Well, this was prior to a meeting. And a meeting with their legal team. So
This was the week before that.
right, and
Well, maybe this has already been done. Okay, maybe they've already been passed.
no, they definitely haven't been reviewed and passed. But in looking at them, they, as far as I understand, reflect what took place in that executive session. So, anyone else have any questions, knowing that both Jean and Carrie were not able to attend that session?
I'll make a motion to approve the draft meeting minutes from the executive session of Monday, June 28th, 2021.
Second.
All right, so motion was made by Lisa. I didn't catch between Ron and Dan Doyle. Who got the second in there? We'll say it's you. Oh, okay, Dan Doyle. So motion made by Lisa, seconded by Dan Doyle to accept the draft minutes for executive session on Monday, June 28th. So again, a roll call vote with Dan Doyle and Ron.
Aye.
Aye.
Dan Pearson and Lisa.
Aye.
Aye.
And then Carrie will be abstaining.
I'll abstain, yes.
And I'll throw in an aye. So I think we have covered everything that we can cover in our public regular meeting, unless there's something else that somebody needs to discuss.
Only Snyder abstained on that. Sorry. My computer
That's
cut out.
correct. That's correct, Dan.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So we are now closing our regular meeting. We will be going into another executive session, and we will not be returning to our regular meeting. So we do need to let's see, what time is it? So we do need to contact Jen with regard to opening of the executive session.
I can do that.
Okay, if you could just send her a text. And otherwise, we can consider a motion to close our regular Conservation Commission meeting for Monday, July 26th.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
All right, motion made by Dan Pearson and seconded by?
Second.
Seconded by Ron. And considering we are going to now go into an executive session, we will do a roll call vote on the adjournment of our regular meeting, starting with Dan Doyle and Ron.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And Terry. And
Aye.
all right, we got it. So we are going to close out. Peter, nice seeing you, and we'll see you the next meeting.